My name is Tyler Hobbs. I'm a generative artist and the creator of Fidenza.
I'm Dandelion Wist. I use they, them pronouns, and I'm a long-time all-purpose crypto enthusiast and generative art collector. QQL is a groundbreaking experiment in fully on-chain generative art, where we are going to release the QQL algorithm, and we're going to distribute 999 mint passes. And every mint pass confers the right for one person to curate one output from QQL and immortalize it as one of the 999 QQL NFTs. You can really think of QQL as a project that is a dialogue between generative artists and their collectors, because each piece, the artist is presenting this prompt of possibility, and the collector as curator is deciding what will actually exist. And I think it's kind of appropriate because our conversation actually started as the conversation between the artist of Fidenza and a collector of Fidenzas. And we were really exploring how we wanted to be able to find more of the untapped possibility of generative algorithms. And that intersected for me as somebody who's very interested in pushing forward what is technically possible with NFTs, very interested in just like getting into the guts of Solidity and like writing something new into existence. And you as an artist who has the visionary potential to create art that is like beautifully unleashed by the power of new concepts. And so our collaboration is really like a new concept about collecting NFTs and collecting generative art, and a beautiful algorithm that can realize the potential of that concept.
You mentioned this idea to me of what if the collector gets to actually pick the output, and I was like, that sounds like a good idea, but I hear a lot of good ideas these days. Let me sleep on it. And I slept on it, and the next day I was like, this sounds like an even better idea than it sounded like yesterday. So I got really interested in it, and I think as we continue this dialogue, we just discovered that conceptually there was a lot of new ground to be explored, and that there were a lot of really interesting dynamics that would happen around how the collectors would become curators and really have a new relationship with the artwork, and how they would help craft and shape the work itself. And also how that would really unlock me as the artist to work with a new kind of algorithm that didn't have to play it so safe, and it could be a little bit more risky. Fidenza had to be fairly restrained because every single output could potentially become an NFT, and so I had to think a lot about what the worst outputs from Fidenza could be. Whereas with QQL, it's freed up to just focus on those really special emergent results, because we can rely on the collector to curate to the very best output of the algorithm. I would define emergence in generative art as a really sort of unexpected, maybe low probability events where something comes out of the algorithm that really surprises even the curator. Something that just takes a combination of factors lining up just right for something special to happen that's just outside the scope of what you really thought was possible for that algorithm. And in many ways, I think emergence is the most interesting and beautiful aspect of generative artwork. It's everybody's favorite outputs from generative algorithm are those really special emergent outputs. Just by knowing that these things only happen, one in every 1,000 or 2,000 or 10,000 outputs, you really have to look for them and put in time to find these outputs. We weren't content with just letting a few of these exist in the final set of outputs. We really wanted to do whatever we could to enable the community of collectors to find those really special outputs and to curate them into the final set of 999 for QQL.
The controls are going to let every curator co-create a specific piece they're interested in by finding the traits they like. By choosing a seed that's signed with their own Ethereum address, they're really leaving their mark as a co-creator of the QQL project.
There's no time limit on when that mint pass expires, so I think we'll literally be seeing people create new QQL outputs for years into the future, maybe decades from now, maybe after we're both dead, that it'll keep evolving, which is super exciting to me.
Yeah, and we'll have to see which people go to be the first person to make a particular kind of QQL, and which people wait for years to really study the algorithm and produce a grail.
Yeah, and some people are going to play it safe, and other people are going to get much riskier with what they choose. So it'll be fascinating to watch that evolve over time.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the mints.